What's up, everybody? We are back today. It's Monday. Gonna recap the UFC Shanghai, um, on top of some other things. But first off, we're gonna start with this video today. With the recap for Shanghai. We'll start with the main event. I think I think Johnny Walker made a fool out of all of us because I think everybody knew that Johnny Walker was gonna lose that fight. And if Johnny Walker was a big deal, and I would have maybe take some more time to look into the changes that he made, as far as him moving to Eric Nixick and Extreme Couture in Vegas, I don't know if that would have changed my pick, but I would have put it into consideration. But Johnny Walker shocks everybody. Stops Zhang Minyag in the second round via TKO with strikes. I mean, Johnny Walker comes out of the gate with probably one of the sorriest ass double leg takedowns I've ever seen. I mean, he gets deep on the hips, falls to his right hip, and literally pulls Zhang Minyag on top of him. If Zhang Minyag had any type of grappling ability, he would have just sat his left knee down and been in a mount position 5 seconds into the round. And he didn't. He ended up like in a half guard for a split second, allowed Johnny Walker to pull full guard. But yeah, that's how the fight started. And I mean, what can you expect? Johnny Walker does crazy shit all the time, but to to shoot a sorry ass double leg takedown like that and then pull him into you damn near full mount. I mean, if Zhang Minyag would have had the mind to be like, hey, let me just step this knee over and been in full mount, I think it would have been done early. But Johnny Walker shocks everyone, including myself, as well as many other people that are covering this card. Everyone thought that Johnny Walker was going to be a wash. It was going to be a breakout moment for Zhang Minyag in China, in Shanghai. For him, as hard as the UFC is pushing him, it would have been a breakout moment for him. But Johnny Walker gets the TKO stoppage in the second round. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, the first round, that's how it starts. Zhang Minyag, about 2 minutes in, lets him up. He wants to throw. Around the 2-minute mark, Johnny Walker lands the big first leg kick, and that's the tell. He lands a big, hard leg kick on Zhang Minyag, where you could see kind of affected him. Like, they don't feel good. Like, leg kicks don't feel good at all. And Johnny Walker, as big as he is, lands a big one around the 2-minute mark in the first round. Zhang Minyag eats it, but then around the minute mark, 56 seconds, lands a huge elbow and wobbles Johnny Walker in the first round. The round ends, they go to the second. And then they start in the second. It's kind of more the same. Johnny Walker's kind of moving around, staying on the cage side. Lands a big leg kick around the 3-minute mark. And you could tell Zhang Minyag didn't like that. Like, it hurt. It hurt bad. They kind of skate around a little bit, and he lands another one, and then lands another one. And then that's when you see Zhang Minyag really like, he buckles a little bit and goes to his butt. And that's when Johnny Walker just swarms him. Gets all over him, and he's just looking for the finish. Landing right hands, left hands, right hands, left hands. I mean, he's going crazy. Zhang Minyag is trying to grab a leg. He's kicking out. He tries to sit up and tries to grab his body. He pushes off. And at the end of it, 2:23 in the second round, Johnny fucking Walker gets the TKO stoppage over the big favorite, Zhang Minyag. I mean, he made a fool out of me. I'll admit it. Like, I had picked Zhang Minyag to put him away in the first, which he was. Like, if anybody watched that fight, Zhang Minyag had him hurt. He wobbled him. He was, I mean, hell, you're almost in damn near full mount in the first 5 seconds of the fight. But Johnny Walker stayed around, gets a TKO stoppage, and then hits the worm afterwards. Calls out Jan Blachowicz, but then I think in a later interview he retracted that statement. I don't think he don't want none of that smoke. Jan Blachowicz might be old. I think he's like 42 or 43. He's my age, but You don't want none of that Polish power. You don't want that smoke. So, congratulations to Johnny Walker. Big win for him. But, yeah, he made a fool of everyone. Because I thought for sure Zhang Minyag was going to run away with that. And then we'll go to the co-main event. I was trying to watch the fight Saturday live while I was at work, but for whatever reason, it just kept freezing on me. I couldn't watch the whole fight all the way through, so I didn't want to do the breakdown earlier. I wanted to do it Saturday when I got off, but I had to rewatch it the full fight, so I rewatched it today. Aljamain Sterling, I mean, unanimous decision overall all three judges, unanimous decision over Brian Ortega. On Thursday or Friday when the weigh-ins happened, when I saw that Ortega missed the weight by 8 pounds, I mean, he was so much over. He looked like absolute dog shit at that weigh-in. And right there, I was like, yeah, switching my pick back over. Aljamain Sterling is going to beat him. I didn't think Ortega was going to have the gas to go 5 rounds. He asked for the 5 rounds because they asked Aljo, why is this a 5-round fight? And he didn't understand why. He thought it was going to be a 3-round fight, and it should have been a 3-round fight. Ortega is the one that asked for 5 rounds. And yes, he made it to 5 rounds, but it was just Aljo jabbing the shit out of Ortega for 5 rounds, landing good leg kicks, sneaking overhand rights. I mean, the fight didn't even hit the mat until the 5th round. And when it did hit the mat, it was Ortega pulling guard, trying to drag Aljo into the guard. But I thought Aljo put on a great performance for what he had to do. I thought he was actually too nice in that fight. I think it was in like the 3rd round, 2nd or 3rd round. I think it was the 2nd round. Aljo lands a good overhand right and hits Ortega right in the eye. Like right in the eye. Ortega stops thinking it's an eye poke, but even Herb Dean stepped in and was like, it was a punch. Ortega still stopped. Aljamain, if it was me, I would have fucking blasted a blast double right there when he stopped. Took him down and pounded him out. Aljo was being too nice, gave him the respect. But even in the 2nd round, he was tagging him up. 3rd round was more of the same. And that's in the 3rd round is when Aljamain really started landing some big low kicks and just jabbing his way to victory. I mean, he was just hitting him with the jab anytime he wanted to. Ortega showed some really good body kicks in the 3rd round, but that was about it. I think it was maybe 3 or 4 body kicks max. And the 4th round was more the same. The 5th round, they hit the mat late, but it was more of Ortega. I think he started that weight cut started to kick in the 5th round, and he was trying to drag Aljo down. But Aljo, being the good grappler that he is, he wasn't going to get caught up in anything like that. So he was working good out of the full guard. Ortega was landing some big hammer fists from the back. You know, just kind of. I mean, he hit him with 3 or 4 good shots from the bottom, but nothing that's going to really knock out or hurt Aljamain Sterling from the top, because he was landing good shots too. It was unanimous decision for Aljo. I think Ortega's really got to... I don't even know why he took this fight at 45. I don't even know why he's at 45 still. He should have moved up to 55 after the first time that he missed weight against Diego Lopez, when Danny had to step in on like an hour, 2-hour notice. But yeah, I think Ortega needs to move up for sure to 55. And whatever's going on in his life right now, man, I hope he gets it figured out, because he didn't look good. His body didn't look good. I know firsthand how it feels to like go into a weight cut when you're really not ready and your body's not ready. And he wasn't even ripped, or he's never been shredded like that, but you can tell when somebody's holding extra body fat. You know, it's easier to cut weight when you have more muscle, because your muscles hold more water. So when you're hitting those cuts and you're water loading, that water just flushes out of you. But when you're holding body fat and extra weight that you shouldn't be holding, it's really hard to cut that weight. And that's how he looked to me. When I saw him at the weigh-in, I was like, he looks really, really bad. And that's when I wanted to switch my pick back to Aljamain Sterling. But I never would have thought that Aljamain Sterling was going to outstrike him like that. That jab could not miss all night. The overhand right, not a straight right hand, but like an overhand right, like a loopy right hand, was landing all night. The leg kicks were landing all night. Ortega just never had an answer. And his corner from the second round, after the second round, going into the third, his corner is telling him, you are down 2 rounds. You're down. You got to do something. And they're pleading with him. You got to do something, Brian. You got to do something. Necesita hacer algo. Because they were even speaking to him in Spanish throughout the whole fight. I don't know if that was just to throw off Aljo to not know what they were saying. But the whole fight, they're yelling combinations in Spanish. Like, uno, dos, una a la cabeza, dos al estómago. Like, they're telling him go 1 up top, then 2 to the body, to the stomach. But nothing worked. He was just, I think he was trying to conserve his energy, but he just could never get a rhythm going. He couldn't get anything going on Aljo. And hats off to Aljo, man. He outboxed Brian Ortega. I mean, like I said, the fight didn't even hit the mat till the 5th round, and it wasn't even like a grappling match. It wasn't like the Mosvar fight with Aljamain where it was just a grappling match from the first round. It was nothing like that, ever. And that's what I thought it was going to be, and that's what I hoped to be. I thought two Gracie guys, 2 Gracie lineage black belts, that's what I wanted to see. And it turned into like a shitty boxing match that was one-sided because, I mean, shit, after the first round, Aljamain had landed 23-2 strikes. And it was all punches, maybe a few leg kicks here and there, but it was all strike, all punches. And Aljamain gets the decision, lands that big spinning elbow in the 5th, and which like swelled his arm up. If anybody's seen his videos afterwards that he put out, he had a big ass like welt on his elbow from that back elbow in the 5th round. But congratulations to Aljo, man. It was a well-deserved fight. He fought beautifully. Ortega needs to really sit down and see what he wants to do next. He has to go to 55. He really has to go. I don't think he can make the weight. His body won't allow him. And as you get older, anybody who's ever cut weight from being a kid all the way up to an adult, you know, I started cutting weight early in high school when I was wrestling. Your body just does not respond the same. The older you get, it's just harder and harder for your body to shed that weight as you're growing, because you're still growing. And yeah, these guys are like in their 30s, but Ortega's a big dude, man. He's not a 45er. I think he should have been at 55 after the first time that he missed weight against Lopez. You know, I think that's why he got his ass kicked at the Sphere. Granted, Diego Lopez, I think, is better than him. But, yeah, I just think it's compromising his performance to try to make 45. He should have been at 55 2 fights ago. But with that being said, Aljamain Sterling, easy, unanimous decision. Congratulations to him. He's got a lot of up-and-coming fights that are going to be really interesting coming forward. I know afterwards he called out Volkanovski, but after the performance that Lerone Murphy put on at the last card against Brian Pico, he's the only one I think that deserves the title at 45. And Volkanovski's already been calling for that. So Aljo's going to have to take a step back and just wait your turn, man. Just wait your turn. Because I think if it's not Lerone Murphy, it's going to be Movsar Evliev. So he might be second, third in line, unless something falls out. And that always happens, you know. It's the fight game. Somebody gets injured here or gets cut in training there. But at least he put himself in a good position to be ready for a title shot if it comes up. So good job, Aljo. Great performance. And then, of course, the feature fight that I had covered before, Sergei Pavlovich versus Waldo Cortes Acosta. Pavlovich gets the unanimous decision. He rocked Acosta so many times in that fight, and I think with Pavlovich getting the win, I think Acosta's stock rose more in this loss than any of his previous wins. He showed that he has an absolute cinder block for a chin. He took so many shots from Sergei Pavlovich that would have finished anyone else. I mean, he even rocked the reigning defending champion right now, Aspinall, with a right hand in their fight. He hit Acosta with so many right hands, and he didn't even flinch. He just kept coming. Like, so hats off to Acosta. I wrote him off. I thought Pavlovich was gonna knock him out in this fight, and he ate every single shot and just kept coming forward. He kept moving. He has great footwork. And he was willing to trade in the pocket with Pavlovich, the fucking murderer of that fucking division. Like, it showed me a lot, and I'm really proud of Acosta's performance. I think there was times where he could have probably pushed a little bit more to get Pavlovich to exchange so he could counterpunch. But I mean, shit, who am I to talk, man? When you get hit by Pavlovich, you probably don't want to be in there anymore. But he stood in there for the 3 rounds. Pavlovich got the easy win. I think it was 3-0. But Pavlovich looked good, man. He looked very calm, disciplined. Wasn't just throwing himself into the fire. Didn't want to gas out, but he had power from the first round to the 3rd round. It was a great fight. Congratulations to Sergei Pavlovich for the win. And he just injected himself right back into the top 3. I think he was already number 5. But with that win, he's going to be in the talks for the next contenders for Aspinall's title. That'll be a good rematch. But, man, I think Acosta really won on this one. Even though he lost the fight, he showed heart. He showed grit. He showed that he can stand in there with the best guys in the world and not be afraid to exchange. And that showed a lot. And I think his stock really rose even on that loss. So, yeah, man, that's the breakdown for the top 3 fights that I had earlier for the Shanghai card. They announced the October 3rd card. I think is UFC 230 with Pereira versus Ankalaev 2. And then the co-main event is going to be Marab the Machine versus Corey Sandhagen. So I will re-break down that once again. But until next time, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to do a short breakdown. I've got my Newcastle United top on. It was a heartbreaking loss today, but I'm going to do a short breakdown of that match coming up next. But stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for following. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you guys again. Peace!